Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, just letting you know that this video contains scenes that may not be suitable for people who suffer from epilepsy. Please keep this in mind if you intend to watch the video. And now it is time to ready my Zorlon cannon to defeat the Qotile in the Razak system. That may not make sense now, but trust me, it will shortly. Probably. Hey folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome one and all to a game developed and published by Telegames in 1999 for the Game Boy Color. Let's play the port of Yars Revenge. The original was released in 1982 for the Atari 2600, developed by Howard Scott Warsaw and published by Atari. This is a game that never saw the arcades, though you'd really think that it did. This version is called the Qotile Ultimatum. As for the story of Yars Revenge, it has quite an extensive story. You play as a Yar, an alien race descended from the common housefly. There's the Qotile Yar, the Swirl, the Builder, Destroy Missiles, the Zone Guardian, and the areas of the neutral zone that protects the Yar from enemies, asteroids that push Yar away from bonuses. And the controls, A is your Zorlon cannon, and B is the fireball. And there's a demo, revealing how the game plays. So, a ship containing the ancestors of the Yars crash lands in the Radox system, where radioactive dust turns them into Yars. As Yars, they're able to devour almost all substances and turn energy into projectiles strong enough to vaporize rock. They also find that they can fly through space, and they begin populating planets throughout the Razak system. Until, just as they're on the verge of developing the Zorlon cannon, the Qotile attack. They dissolve one of the Yars planets, and in that space create the neutral zone. In revenge, the Yars plan to attack the Qotile with their fairly complete Zorlon cannon. The Qotile hide behind an energy shield, which you must destroy before getting the energy from the Qotile to charge the Zorlon cannon and destroy them. Sounds complicated. It has its complexities. And I'll show them off now. Level 1. The first attack wave is upon us. Prepare yourself. I shall. Level 1, we have 4 lives. So, this is us. A Yar. This is the neutral zone. That is me trying to fire the Zorlon cannon. I can't. That's the Qotile firing a swirl, and that is a missile. The missile will defeat me if it touches me when I'm not in the neutral zone here. You'll note that there's an arrow in the bottom right that says, go this way. There's also one that says X when you're here because you can't fire in the neutral zone. Your shots can't go through it. The missile can't hurt you while you're in it. This is the Qotile shield, and in there are the Qotile. And you avoid the swirls. What we want to do is touch that to become charged with energy. Now we have the Zorlon cannon, which we can fire with this button, and destroy the Qotile! And create a massive staticky mess. That was in the original Atari release. Now, one thing to note about this game is that the original version on the Atari 2600 didn't have the screen scrolling. This is a big change to accommodate for the Game Boy's much smaller screen, and it does change how you play. That said, this game is a lot prettier than the original Atari 2600 version, because the Game Boy was much more capable in terms of graphics. I say is accurate. So, let's keep firing. We want to make a pathway towards the Qotile. There have been quite a few attempts to make Yars Revenge into a series of games. It's met with not a huge amount of success. Yars Revenge really was a lightning in a bottle situation. I do believe a Yars Revenge-esque level was in Gorf. Gorf is a game that absolutely could not be made now. Gorf is a peculiar thing indeed. Taking smaller versions of games that already existed back then and turning them into their... Oh, there's the Qotile, into their own thing. The objective of this game is score. It's getting as far as you can. Oh, gotta be careful there. You can touch the shield. The shield won't hurt you. Want to avoid the swirl. Game's telling us to fire this, so that cannon can destroy you, by the way. You don't want the cannon to hit you. It will obliterate you. Qotile Armada is within range. Prepare for battle. Will do, mysterious advisor guy with a fancy robe. It is a nice robe, isn't it? I worked really hard on making it. Level 3. Now, you'll note that shield is getting a little bit more difficult to deal with. That missile is slowly floating towards me. It's a homing missile with infinite fuel. It will just chase you forever. We really want to get rid of all of this shield if we can. Apart from the scrolling, this game is pretty faithful to how it played on the Atari 2600. Of course, the control scheme is a bit better on the Game Boy Color. Right, do that. Now I need to be careful because I need to aim this properly. That's gonna miss. That did miss! Darn it! Well, I have to go and get more energy. It's a good thing the Qotile just let me take it. Okay, the Qotile don't actually just let me take it. I need to avoid that. Fire like that. Okay, that missed. Also, it did show off that you can scroll up and down the screen like this, which is good. It means that you can very easily escape. Right, let's be careful here. Ooh, careful. And fire! Nope, that missed spectacularly. Darn it! You see the swirl being charged. You don't want to be too close to the Qotile when that is charging. Okay, do that. There we go! Also, I can see the fly right there. Or the Yar, rather. They are fly-like. Okay, this one is going to be a lot more difficult because it is moving both up and down and left and right. But I think I can do it. Can I do it? Yar! Are they like pirates? I don't know, maybe I'm getting their voice wrong. Maybe I'm getting their voice wrong. I do not guarantee that I will see the end of this game. I do not even think there is an end. I imagine it loops indefinitely, much like how Yars Revenge in the Atari 600 probably does. It is a game I owned a long time ago, back when I owned an Atari 2600. I ended up selling the Atari 2600 to my dad when I moved. Because they were downsizing and they couldn't take all of my stuff with them. So I ended up... Okay, let's do that. So I ended up selling a lot of my older games. Okay, this is going to be tricky because there's a lot of stuff still in the way. Actually, this has been a lot simpler. You need to be on the left-hand side to fire the Zorlon cannon. I could fire it here, I guess. Yes, I could! And I managed to get a good hit! Excellent! Level 5! I've not been this far in the Game Boy version. And, okay, it seems like things are getting back to a more familiar setup. I like to stay on this side when the swirl's coming. Do not want to be caught out. So let's get this over here. And wait. Fire there. That was very risky. I should really be on the right-hand side when I fire the cannon. I really should be on the right-hand side, because that gives you more time to... Oh, careful. It gives you more time to escape. I nearly ran into the missile. I would have been safe in the neutral zone. I would not be safe in the neutral zone from the swirl. Good hit, yeah. Thank you. Level 6. Now, what's happening in level 6? Well, this looks quite familiar. That said, things will get more challenging. They will get more challenging. What is my score? My score is high enough. Just like being on the left-hand side when the swirl arrives. this to have been an arcade game, the difficulty would have had to have scaled up quite a bit faster than it is now. Because arcade games back in the 80s were all about stealing your quarters. Definitely geared towards being incredibly difficult, but possible to, well, complete is a strong word. Most arcade games back then could not be completed. There were exceptions. Dragon's Lair was one of them. People who learned the game were able to complete it flawlessly. And it must have looked amazing when they did. Okay, let's, fire. That was a miss! Darn it! Do not worry, Yar. You can get them. Okay, we need to do that. Clear a little bit of space. Charge the Zorlon cannon. Is the Zorlon cannon something off-screen? It seems to be. Let's fire there, and get a good hit! Marvellous! Level 7. Now, I note that... Oh. I don't know if they're coming faster. I don't know if they are. I definitely want to... Oh, definitely want to do that. And ready to avoid the swirl. And then... Oh. Ah! Can't fire because I didn't go all the way to the left, did I? No, I didn't. I did not. Okay. Oh! Did not get a hit there, but I did get rid of a little bit of the shield. Why are the Qotile attacking? Will we ever know? Probably not. The game's not going to be that generous in explaining it. Does it matter? No, not really. Fire! Right now. Excellent! It's quite generous. Hitbox, that is. Pretty generous. Okay, level 8. That's moving quite quickly. Yeah, the shield is moving faster. And I think the missile is starting to move quicker as well. I think it's starting to move quicker. The swirls aren't moving any faster. Okay, be careful. Neutral zone is always incredibly useful as a buffer. How the neutral zone is able to exist that way in space, I don't know. It's probably best not to... Oh! And the thing got me. I have 10,000 points, by the way. I was foolish. I was foolish. The fastest way to deal with the shield is to get right next to it and just rapidly fire, but that, as you saw, has its risks. That has its risks. Okay, I need to wait. You can't fire the Zorlon cannon while you're in the neutral zone. You can't do that, so we shall fire him. Well, that's not going to do anything, is it? It's not going to do anything at all. Okay, we need to clear more of this. And I need to get the Zorlon cannon ready. I love the name Zorlon cannon. It's such a great name. Fire. Hey! Another fine hit. We haven't had any more plot for a while. I'm starting to wonder if there'll be any more plot. Gotta be careful. Yah! Goes the swirl. As they shout Yah in anger. Okay, let's just fire that. Oh, what a hit there! That was a fine hit. An advanced strain of Qotile have come. Stand fast! My hand looks odd today. Is it really odd? No, not really. Level 10. This is an advanced strain. Does it mean the missile is faster? Because I think the missile... Oh! That's also faster. Ooh. Gotta watch out for that. It is getting more challenging. It is getting a lot more challenging. Now, is this where I will perish? Possibly. Note, by the way, that the swirl will come from the Qotile, so you can use the arrow that's on the right-hand side of the screen to determine where it's coming from. In the Atari 2600 version, you'd be able to see the Qotile at all times, because it was able to fill the screen. But that is a limitation of the Game Boy Color version. I do need to clear out a lot more of this. And I need to watch out for the swirl! You know what the swirl does? Spins! We do not spin, for we are Yar. Yar! Okay, we basically got rid of all the shields, so we can aim with ease. Will I actually hit? Maybe. I did! Excellent, now there are 2 Yars! There are not actually 2 Yars. Okay. Level 11. Gotta be careful. I'm gonna get hit by one of these swirls eventually. It's definitely gonna happen. I'm gonna get hit by them. Okay, do that. Charge up the cannon. Wait for the swirl. And then I just need to clear this out. I need a lot of space. And... yeah! Excellent! Getting the hang of that. 15,000 points. I haven't found when I get an extra life. Watch out. The swirl was coming. Just fire away. I'm being very, very risky there. I just rapidly fire. We can slowly whittle down the shield. Gotta avoid the missile though, but you're always safe from the missile in the neutral zone. You're not safe from the missile when you're outside it though. There goes the swirl. Just fire here. I can't yet. Oh! It's always the missile. Not the swirl, it's the missile. You back up just a little bit too much, and suddenly the missile gets you. That's one sneaky, sneaky missile. Okay, we can absolutely charge up the Zorlon cannon now. Wait for the swirl. Fire. Completely miss. That is a shame. You can't destroy the missile. The missile is impervious. You'd think that the Qotile would just launch 500 missiles at you, but no. You can only fire one, at least at this point. So, fire this. Get a good hit! So bright it lights up the stars themselves. And then things get even more challenging. Just wait until they start firing multiple swirls at you. I have no idea if they actually fire multiple swirls. No idea. Oh! And the shield pushed me back when I pushed too far into it, and thus I only have 1 life left. Oh, watch out. I don't think we're going to be seeing the end, in so much as there is an end. Get the Zorlon cannon ready. Wait for the swirl. You get an audio warning about the swirl. Fire. Excellent! Level 14. 17,965 points. Oh, it's going to be a long level, this one. Long level. That's probably the best way to get around the swirl. Just leave the screen from, say, if you're here, and then just do that. And then you're perfectly safe. It's the missile you need to watch out for. It's always the missile. I'm being too daring in dealing with the shields. Being too daring. It's a good thing the shields don't regenerate. That would be awkward. The static-y effect of the neutral zone was much more pronounced in the original Atari 2600 version. Then again, everything was a bit more pronounced on account of, oh careful, on account of the game being a lot more primitive in terms of graphics. Okay, we do need to get rid of more of this shield. Yeah, that missile is always something you've got to watch out for. Okay, watch out. Go back here. Give myself all the time I need to avoid the swirl. And then... fire! And run. Touch the ghost of Yar to store cells for free lives. Thanks. Why didn't you launch these before? Oh, we didn't have them ready. Oh, okay. My hand still looks weird. Okay. Need to touch the ghost. Okay, watch out for the asteroids! We got some bonus, and I think we do have another life. An advanced strain of Qotile have come. Stand fast! Even though you're flying through space and not standing. You still looking at your hand, I'm still looking at my hand. Is your hand like this? Yes, it's like that. Are you sure? Level 15. It's very similar to level 14. But I think we might have seen all of the gameplay mechanics that we will see. And that's good, because I like to show off as much of a game as I can. Watch out, that's going to be a challenge to avoid you. Go over here, charge the Zorlon cannon. Absolutely something they'd say in Power Rangers. Fire the Zorlon cannon! The Zorlon cannon has been fired. Level 16, 20,000 points. That's more than 3. That's a lot more than 3. This missile is getting fast. Oh, and I got hit by the swirl. I should have gone down. It's Felgress all over again. Felgress all over again. I think I'm going to perish soon. And the Qotile will not face Yars Revenge. To be fair, we have blown up the Qotile like 15 times. They probably know that we have a desire for revenge. Quite a big desire for revenge. Watch out. Go... Ooh, there was a bit of a delay there. I was expecting it to happen sooner. Either that or I've just lost track of how long it takes. Yeah, I think I've probably just... Yeah, I've lost track of how long it takes. Okay, we'll just zap the shield a bit more. There's only 2 frames of animation for the Yar flying, but it really is effective in showing that it's fluttering about the stars with exceptional grace. A giant mutated humanoid housefly that can fire cannons. That was a huge miss. Right, we need to go get more energy from the Qotile. I'm very glad they give it to us. I don't think they give it to us willingly. Fire there, and we got it while the swirl was charging. We're up to 22,268 points. And again they fire missiles. It's the Qotile saying, have some missile! I do not want the missile. The game is going to insist that I take the missile. I'm going to do this right now. Charge the Zorlon cannon as soon as possible. You never know, I might get a good opportunity to fire it. Like that. Aha! That almost looked like skill. Almost. Level 18! Level 18. This is probably going to be my downfall. Probably. I'm probably going to be too greedy. And the Qotile will get me. Probably. That's how it always ends. It always ends with me being too close to my shield, trying to blam it with my energy projectile, and then the missile sneaks up on me, and I perish. The swirl's only got me once. The missile has got me every single other time. To be fair, there are only 2 things in the game that can get you. The missile or the swirl. I do like that it's called the swirl. Okay, I can't yet reasonably get to the Qotile. This game, as you can see, has a rhythm to it, a routine, a great cycle that just pulls you in and has you keep playing. And it's great. I can see why it was so popular. And we'll fire here. Excellent! One day I'm gonna... That's the 3rd way you can perish, actually. Being hit by the Zorlon cannon. That has not happened yet. So there are actually 3 ways, not 2 ways. 3rd way is by your own silliness. And I suppose every single one of the other deaths is also from your own silliness. Okay, back up before the missile gets me. And the swirl. Charge the cannon. Wait for the swirl to go by. And... yeah! Excellent! The Qotile are an even larger threat than we perceived. It's almost like they are an infinite threat that will just keep getting tougher and tougher and tougher, and I'm really concerned about my hand. I should go to the doctor about it. Oh, that is a fast missile now. Oh no, that missile is fast. Oh, that's fast too. Okay, I think now I'm in serious trouble. I think I'm in very serious trouble. And the shield is also moving incredibly quickly. Uh-oh. I think I might have reached the limits of my ability to play this game. At least decently. I'm sure you could use a game genie to get infinite lives if you knew a code for it, or worked out a code. Because you can, if you know the code of the game, work out yourself a code. I was never able to do that. Maybe I should have experimented with some of them. One of the codes I really like using as an aside is Wizard of Warriors 10 getting infinite lives. I liked that one. That was the only way back in the day when I was younger that I could complete the game. By cheating. But I enjoyed it. That's what matters. That's what matters. The same was true for Wizard of Warriors 2 Iron Sword. There was a lot of save stating when I Let's Played it. A lot of save stating. And that was because I'm not good at it. And that's because that game is incredibly hard. That game is very hard. I am not going to be replaying that one. Fire. Oh, I missed. That is unfortunate. But the good news is we can just get more Zorlon cannon and fire it like that. Excellent. We will beat back the Qotile. We shall reach our Qotile of defeating the Qotile. We probably won't. That terrible pun will not save me. Because one day that missile's going to get me. All the swirl, all the Zorlon cannon. It's probably going to be the Zorlon cannon. Ooh, that was way too close for combat. You've got to be very quick now in darting in to get the Zorlon cannon charged up. Good fire like that. Oh, that did nothing. That was a failure. Okay. Dart in. Get this. Go here. Fire. There we go. I don't think that should have hit, but it did. Level 22. We have nearly 30,000 points. There's a 3 in that. Okay, this is probably going to be where we fail now. Oh yeah, this is definitely where we're going to fail. And this is when I don't fail here, and we get to see another amazing cutscene from the guy that really should get his hand looked at. Careful. Careful. Wait for the swirl. Have at thee with the shield. That is a very tenacious shield. Made with the finest red. Only the finest red for the Qotile shields. If only we were able to make a shield of our own out of the neutral zone thingy. But that was made by the Qotile as well. The Qotile are a highly advanced species that we never see. We never see who the Qotile are. We only see what they launch at us. In Revenge of... I don't know. Maybe we did something to these planets that were meant to be theirs. Maybe the Qotile are a species the Yar cannot see. And we have been hurting them by colonizing those worlds. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. And also spitting projectiles, because that's how you attack the Qotile. And we completely missed that. That is unfortunate. But I can try again. Oh, that is... With that going faster, it is a lot more difficult to aim the cannon. But we can make it happen. Level 23 over 30,000 points. This is when there are like 99 levels to the game. And at the end, they're like, we ran out of descriptions to put in the cutscenes. Well done, have a cake. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm lasting a lot longer here than I thought I would, though. Lasting a lot longer. I've been thinking about doing, on Sunday, longer videos. Like one really long video. Oh, I have not charged the cannon. one longer video rather than 3 shorter ones. Not sure if I should. And there we go. The game that follows this will be the experiment in that. See how it does. 32,000 points. Oh, it's just going to keep getting faster, isn't it? It is. I'm amazed I've been able to hold out this long. Then we get the next cutscene, and it's so quick that I instantly perish. I am being way too reckless here. Way too reckless. Do not be this reckless, Kiko. Do not be this reckless. Will not end well. Especially when the Qotile are involved. I am slowly forging a path, though. Slowly. That missile. One day I'm going to be avoiding the swirl, and the missile will get me. Also, you can hold down the fire button, but you will fire faster if you keep pressing it. So don't hold it down, and you get a more rapid fire at the cost of your... Oh, no. Ooh, that was reckless. At the cost of your finger/thumb. Depends what you're using for it. Careful. There we go. Right. Now we get some energy for the Zorlon cannon. Ready the Zorlon cannon. And then you got to fire the Zorlon cannon. Ooh. That was a miss, and I nearly ran into it. As I said, I'm very likely at some point to just perish to my own Zorlon cannon. I don't know why we hired this guy to save us. There we go. Got him. The Qotile have unleashed the Zone Guardians. Beware. Ah, now we get to see them. I have gone to the doctor. The doctor asked me why I was staring at my hands so much. He's now wondering if there's something wrong with my neck, because I've not been able to move it. So, okay, Zone Guardians. Yeah, so the Zone Guardians mean that you... Oh, and immediately I perished. The Zone Guardians, if you collide with them, will kill you. But no, it was the swirl, not the Zone Guardian that got me. But I don't think we did too badly there. I don't think we did too badly at all. And that, folks, was Let's Play Yars Revenge, the Game Boy Color port. It's a pretty good port. It's graphically superior to the Atari 2600 version, but it does have a scrolling screen. We can just start, by the way, from level 25 if we want to. There's the code. I do appreciate that. You can just keep playing. But I think we've pretty much shown off all that we need to about Yars Revenge. If people want me to play the rest of the game, I will. But I'm not sure that there's too much more to see, because store energy and touch the left border to load Zorlon. Fire Zorlon into the Qotile. Touch Ghost of Yar for bonus stage. Touch Qotile, eat shield to store energy. Oh, you can also eat the shield for it. I forgot that you can eat the shield. I never really did that, but you can do it. But what can I say about Yars Revenge? Except that it's a fun game. It was really successful in the Atari 2600, and the gameplay has mostly been retained for the Game Boy Color. The only bad thing was the scrolling screen, but I think I was able to deal with that pretty well. The arrow for moving indicated you can move across, and also to show where the Qotile is, makes it a lot easier to avoid the swirls. Yeah, the only thing that is added after the destroyer missile and the swirl is... Oh, there's a builder. Ooh, we never got to see the builder. Maybe the builder creates more shields? Unsure. But what I do know is that I'm Kikoskia, and that was Let's Play Yars Revenge with the Game Boy Color. If people want me to play more of it, just let me know. I don't know if there's an ending. I doubt it. There could be. You can just nom your way through a shield. How that works? I don't know. They're sentient space flies. Anything's possible. As I said, I'm Kikoskia, and that was Let's Play Yars Revenge. A very fun game. Definitely something you should have in your collection if you like arcade ports, even though this isn't an arcade port. It definitely feels like one. Definitely plays like one. Very arcade-like. And when we come back, folks, I think it's time to return to a series that I didn't play that long ago. It was only a short period since I played the first entry of this genre-defining FPS game. It was actually a long time ago. It was a very long time ago. Let us return to the adventures of Master Chief for Halo 2. It was 9 years. I looked it up and I was absolutely stunned when I realized it was 9 years ago. So yeah, it's been a long time coming. And I'll be glad to return to it. See if it's better than the first game. I imagine it is. But that'll be for next time, folks, in the Sunday slot. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not. And if you are subscribed, press that bell for those notifications. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later. Now I'm just going to have Zorlon cannon stuck in my head all day. Such a good phrase, though. Fire the Zorlon cannon! It is such a good phrase. Later.